Ah, there we are. Wrong button. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. You might be wondering why we're back so soon. It should have been. It's okay. Um, this one is gonna be a quick one. Hey, Shuni. Hey, did you enjoy your trip? Anyways, as the title suggests, we're going to discuss the Ghost and Wolfpack characters. Just a little bit, just the gist of it. You know, like a Scotty doesn't know. So don't tell Scotty, okay? Don't tell Scotty. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Oh, let's hope I don't get copyright just because I was singing it. Anyways, we're gonna discuss a little bit about this. Not only the characters, we gotta discuss a little bit about the factions. Because while I was writing the script, I was like, hey, I haven't wrote a profile for each character. Delete it. Anyways, all right. Yeah, good girl, and let's do this. All right. So the characters that are going to change, it's going to be most from the ghost. It's going to be Rourke and Elias. Because if we establish how they're going to be different, then because in a certain way the story revolves around them in a certain way. I know it doesn't revolve; it revolves again around the unit. But hey, you need to establish the characters, the changes that they have, just as they establish the difference between Captain Price and the new gas. Even though you had soap on the OG Modern Warfare, you needed to rewrite how Price is in this new version in order for you to actually set up the new characters. In this case, you're going to rewrite two characters, Elias and Rourke, and then the dynamic just goes on. So we first did it with the campaign. We set it up perfectly. So what do we do then? Well, we can establish the difference. The first thing that we have to establish is Elias. The first character actually is going to be Elias. Elias T. Walker is going to be, well, no, not T. Walker. It's just Elias Walker. Elias Walker is going to be different. Instead of just being, just a father and the CEO in the background, that's it. You're like, no, you gotta see him. So what do? You go and establish this the scenery. What is the scenery? Well, he's part of Task Force Savior, as we established in the general view of the campaign, and he's a Navy SEAL. So let's part from that. He's a former Navy SEAL, even though he former. Why? Because he's now part of the Ghost. But in the beginning, you see him as a Navy SEAL. That means that he's a veteran of war. He is of special forces, and it can actually put in more perspective his character into understanding why uh, he takes his approaches as he does during the game. Scenarios and everything. So, but the general characteristics of a Navy SEAL, even though Navy SEALs tend to be cocky, but they have good good leadership, is that they're also very good uh, individually. So Elias is like that, like typical Navy SEAL, just a little bit more headed towards the direction that he's starting a family because he has Hesh and Logan as his sons. They're very young, but still, um, it's like, oh, I'm starting to get a family, so I gotta take care of myself a little bit more. If I'm in these war zones, my priority, even though is to help people, but if I see kids in trouble, um, I, it's like I'm oriented on that. Even though many people would say that, oh yes, you gotta save the children first. Some resonated more than others when you're a parent, because you say, if I cannot make it, at least I want my kid to survive. So establishing that kind of psychology that he's in, uh, well, he's not a new father, but he's kind of new because his kids are young. So that would put him around uh, like a different pattern. He would actually understand why the parents want at least their daughter to survive in that war conflict. When you meet uh, in the first mission, then you go and you go into the third mission. Obviously, the hard scene over there, the chopper going down. You understand it. You can also set up with the dynamic of others because, for example, Rourke ain't a father. That's the other character that we're talking about. Rourke. Rourke ain't a father. He was never seen as a father, but the dynamic he has with others, it's almost like big bro. It's like brothers and sisters. He's always the big brother. He's always the one to take care of his teammates. So for him, it's almost like I have to do this for my team, and he knows that he's going to receive the same because they expect the same out of him. So to put him in a relationship with Elias, even though they just met in that operation, but they have been in that sector for somewhat of time, that actually gives you an idea of, oh, well, work can be like this, like the big brother, you know, but you gotta put in faults. They cannot be perfect characters. You cannot do the same mistake that many are doing right now, and that's the fact that it's a fact that many characters are being made into Gary Stews or Mary Sue's. The primordial example of this is Star Wars with Ray. Ray is a Mary Sue. It's like, oh, nobody listens, and just Ray's go and say a few words, and oh, he listened to you. Is like, dude, come on. Um, Another thing, and it was seen a lot in Game of Thrones, is in season 8. Characters went against their own character development. Uh, just it's a lot of light. A lot of There we go. Um, characters went against their own nature. So, for example, Jon Snow, he didn't want the throne, and he offered the throne. Um, Daenerys was a character that everybody was looking at, and it's like, oh, she's gonna be different than her father. Maybe Jon Snow and her are gonna end up, I don't know, together, just in a different way. And no, she went crazy like her father and everything. It was like everything she fought for to be different and mark her own path. She returned to the family path and just ended. It's like everything went wrong. So in order for that, we gotta show it up. So for Elias cares about his sons. Elias cares that they are well prepared. But why? Well, it has to do simply because of conflict. He has been around conflict. He has seen what it has done with people, and with that, and he has seen what it has done to children, especially. A chopper moment. That's gonna hurt him. That's gonna put him like, do I let my kids in? Do I let my kids out? But he understands that they won because it's their own call. With Rourke's relationship between like brother type, even though Rourke is harsh, very harsh on leadership, cheap ship on leadership, um, and he's trying to make Rourke like, hey, it's not all war, it's not all fighting. Uh, Once you're in R&R, just take a breather, relax. And Rourke is like, yeah, but I don't feel the same. Um, Things that veterans experience, but normal people don't understand is that once they come back, uh, they don't like the civilian life that much. Not because they don't want to, it's more so because they feel estranged. Because most of their life they have been fighting. So for work, it feels weird. More so because he's Delta and he's seen some dark shit. So in that regards, they have that relationship. Now establishing those two like that, and establishing like Rourke as almost like uncle type person for Hesh and Logan, you know, it actually helps the other characters because even though they're not so much present on the boys' lives at early stages, at least they know them by name. Merrick. Merrick looks up to Rourke in a way, but he doesn't want to be him. He wants to be more understandable. If you look at the OG Ghost, you look at him and he has uh, like the type of mentality that Rourke has, in that only mission you play as his ally. But it looks like he wanted to become the next one, but how to put it, a little bit more softer instead of tough. It's like if you can't do it, uh, he's not pushing you to do it. He's like, I'll just leave you and take someone that's willing to. In that regards, you can understand that why American Away is like, hey, I understand Elias is now the one in command and not me, because he was more close to Rourke than me, even though I was looking up and they don't want another Rourke type leader right now. You need someone to, hold everything together. You can create a little bit of rivalry, but at least it's friendly, not chippy with them. And then you got the other two characters, Keegan and Ajax. Keegan, we know that is very quiet and he's the sniper of the group. I mean, you can understand, and he can be one of those not so background characters, but more so like words of wisdom, as per se. It's like, observe the battlefield before you move in. Uh, what they're saying and everything is like, hey, if it gets too hot, he can go in and stop and like say, hey, this is the point. You're saying this. He's saying that. They're too far apart about the objective, or too far apart about the point. They're like, oh, you know. And then uh, you can put in Ajax. Is like, even though Ajax is a black guy, I got nothing against him being about that. But I got a lot of. You just showcase him in two scenes, the whole scenes, and you cast someone. I think it was someone somewhat famous that played Ajax, and you're like, the fuck? Only two scenes? The ones when he was captured and the one that you see him die? That's it. And even though he had a backstory and everything, you're like, nah, man, you gotta show Ajax. You can put it as a Marine, say, almost like a Griggs type, like an OG Griggs type personality. Like, just chill, man. Take it easy. And if it goes tight, just put on your music and go to work, you know? Like that. So once Hash and Logan join the Ghosts, and you're in the little base before the mission, and you can talk to each of the characters. You know, that's one of the things that Black Ops Cold War did right, is that it allow you to put in the base between missions like a resting point, and you get to have conversations with the characters, but you got a silent protagonist, and even though you have to choose dialogue, I think I prefer a talking protagonist than the silent one, because the silent one, this ain't Dragon Age, this ain't the first Call of Duties. Come on, come on. I mean, come on. You had your voice actors for a reason. So, and I think Modern Warfare showcased you that having protagonists that talk during the scenes where you're in first person view, it actually works because it submerges you more to the to the character itself. That actually helps. We saw it a little bit in Black Ops 2, but hey. Oh, Black Ops 1 also, but it was more so in Black Ops 2 was more prominent that you were in those first person scenes with the characters. So that actually helps. Shoni, you're working and listening to me. Anyways, um, so yeah, you can put Ajax like, hey, he's chill and everything. He's part of the missions. You don't kill him like right away. It's like, oh, he's like, no. That way, when Elias and Broker approach by Merrick, Keegan, and Ajax, it's like Ajax can say hi to the boys like in a hood way. It's like, what's up, my man? Dealing with drama. Hey, speaking about drama, um, shh, don't tell Scotty. Oh man, so that's the dynamic you have to create. by establishing the dynamic between who is this new Elias, who is this new Rourke, um, having shown their background through the missions, also showing a little bit of Keegan, Ajax, Merrick, you know, and then later on you just show a little bit of development how they're connected to the boys, not only Elias and Rourke, well, not only Rourke and Norris the boys, but also Merrick, Keegan, Ajax. You know, they go in, they're like Uncle Ajax, Uncle Keegan. They grow up looking up to these guys. So it's understandable. So by the time the boys join, it's like their family, they know what they have to do. They their uncles their uncles expect them to perform at the top of the level. So that's the dynamic you have to create between the new ghosts. You got to show them as a family. If that was the point, if that was the point in the first one, you have to showcase it before and during, uh, when there are ghosts, before there are ghosts, and when there are ghosts. In showcasing that dynamic, you say, oh well, even though there are a little bit more members of the ghost family there, but you have a small group that is like family, and that's what's reading the book of Jocko Willick of Extreme Leadership, seeing the movie of American Sniper. I'm trying to I'm trying to find the book. I want the physical one, not the PDF of that one. But what I have heard also in the interviews of him, of Jocko Willick explaining about Chris Kyle and other people, is like Navy SEALs tend to be a family. Like special operations doesn't matter if it's Navy SEALs, Delta, Green Berets. It's like everybody knows each other. Everybody knows their kids. They're like a family, non-blood related. So you got to show that dynamic in order for certain moments to hurt, for certain conflicts to happen. And it's not just explaining it like through dialogue. You gotta show. It's more so showcase the dynamic through the actions of movement and what they what they say to each other. Don't explain it through a narrative. Don't over dialogue it. It's like, oh, come on. It's like, oh, you get the gist of it. And it's like when you arrive to when your friend takes you to your yes facial yes also facial expressions. What you when an old friend takes you to the new group of friends, you know, it's like you see them talk for a little bit, and in a few minutes, you know the dynamic that they're having, why they have this dynamic. How's the dynamic with each one of them, and you're like, ah, okay, I get the gist of it, you know. And you can have a little bit of more conversations in those downtimes of missions, um, with each characters, you know, like, oh well, you remember. It's like, oh, you can put like uh, little parts of dialogue, like saying, it's like, remember when I told you to take care of something? And that's how you take care of this. Well, not rival, but you know, they're kind of like, oh, you take care of this beauty, even though it's cleaning a rifle. It's like, ah, you understand, and like, so that's a dynamic. That's how the new ghosts are gonna be. Here's the interesting part, and I was hoping to tell James yesterday, but I couldn't. Uh, he was like only rating comments. I wanted to tell him in private, but I got a little part for him. Well, it's not little. It's actually kind of big in the story, but I think it fits. It fits. So I know that Treyarch took James's job. So he took our job. Um, but I'm giving him a job. Um, because I feel that he can. After watching his streams, I can say that he clearly has not only a lot of knowledge about people and how to showcase leadership and such. So I think he's more fit for the role of this character, and the character that he's going to portray is going to be a bit familiar one, you know. Still, it's going to be a good one. Um, let's introduce the boss of Task Force Stalker, that is the ghost, and Task Force Hunter, that is the Wolfpack. General James Rikers. His real name with a fictional last name that he knows, Coldwater. I watched that movie. That's why I also saw him fit for the role, because it was a different kind of it was a different view of uh of James. It was like, oh, okay. I mean, I saw his acting on Wood, so for this one, I actually can see him on this role, because he can be like a mixture of both. Because Woods, even though he's here's the thing with James, Woods ain't a T-bone steak. Woods the tiger. Because I understand that Woods loves T-bone steak, but him saying that he's a T-bone steak and eats a T-bone steak, it makes it seem like cannibalism. So, oh, you watched it in the premiere? No, I watched it like at the end of no, at the beginning of March of this year. Holy shit. If that movie would have hit when I was 16, 17, if that movie came out, I know it came out in 2014, but if that movie was I don't know, 2006, 2007, holy shit. It would have changed a lot of shit in my life. At that point, it would have made me realize a lot of shit. Yeah, early on. Yeah, yeah. It stays with you. It's life lessons through it's life lessons showcased through hard events to teenagers, and you understand, and you see it, and you're like, damn it, if I would have saw this movie in my teens, a lot of shit wouldn't have happened. I would have known much sooner certain calls. So, oh well, life. Going back to it, because I saw that movie and I know his character Woods. I know that he's senior enough to be a journal. That even though he would be like, sit back, um, have that cigar, even though it's not lit up, but you know Could have been sit down, cigar, and be more like, oh well, we're gonna hit this bad guy, and we're gonna hit it with all we got. But first, we're gonna scare them a little bit. I can actually see him do that. Sit on his desk. It's like, oh well, we're gonna give him a little scare, and then we're gonna send in the dogs. Almost like referring first, the ghosts go in, and then collect intel and have recon almost, and then you send in the dogs just to like the wolf pack to take care of the heavy shit. No, you were wrong. Shooty, I understand. Well, here's the thing with Cold Water. Cold Water, for an independent film and the message that was trying to get behind it, of shit teenagers need to realize before it's too late, is I think it's well driven, but there's certain points that don't carry on very well, even though you pick it up. But that ending, mm, it doesn't fit. Also, the the fact that he has it is showcased that he has been in a lot of trouble. So that means that even though it's a recognized program, but the way that he runs it is almost like a black operation to reform teams. So, but anyways, let's keep going. So that character for James to have that senior advisor, that level-headed guy, but also loves, you know, go into battle. Like, why not? I mean, he would be like an old woods, but still walking, not a wheelchair. but it, but he would love, like, he loves a good fight, but he understands when to fight now instead of just going through punches. So when Elias dies, or when Rourke dies, it's like he's the voice. It's like Elias sit down or boy sit down. It's like I understand what happened. It's like here's what I want you to do: take a deep breath, mourn him, but make it quick because we got a job to do. Even though he's gonna be a little bit more aggressive towards the boys, even though he says it would understand, but he's gonna be a little bit more aggressive because the boys are just like, "What work did this and everything." I'm like, it's like, I need to calm down. I see him in that role. So there's the job for James. The job for I'm sorry. It's just so funny. But yeah, I see him on that role, actually. So let's go into the other faction because this is going to be important. Um, the Wolf Pack, as we know it, as I've described it in the streams, is like Black Ops hard hitting guys. It's like the Rangers. They blow shit up, but because they have no tags, no no numbers, they run black. So it's almost like we go in, we go fast, we go hard. No one knows. Like they know we're here, but they don't see us. For that, I have just four characters. Obviously, one is mine. Um, you know, um, but he's not gonna be how to put it. He's not gonna be so senior for when the boys come in. Um, he's gonna be picked up by them, but later on, when so my character is gonna be like the rookie when Rourke goes down. You know, he's a rookie in that mission. Yes, we need a me character. um, hmm, yeah, I'm gonna use that one. I haven't actually. No, no staff. Forgetting how the fucking abbreviation for staff sergeant is. God damn it! I just gonna fucking slap me on the head. Oh yeah, it's 6'7". I'm shooting at 5'9". 6'7" is too tall. Even for big houses, it's too tall. What, you want me almost at the size of Lady the Mistress or Lady D? God damn it, she's a big girl. But holy shit. 6'7" Hulk, no. I actually don't see myself like that. It's like many people will like to change shit about it. Um and it's like for me personally, I don't want to be uh if I want to be taller, it's just like 2 inches taller instead of 5'9", just 5'11". That's it. Because I know how what capabilities I have physically fit. Um, so it's more so people like to change their body, make themselves taller or stronger. Like no, because I know on my mid 20s, I started to learn a lot of shit about myself. So yeah, that's the only thing that I would change would be my nationality, and that would be it. That would be it. Um, because I know that if I have the U.S. citizenship, or at least the residency over there, I would have done a lot of stuff early on. No questions asked. Just do it. But anyways, um, all right. So where were we? Ah, yeah, we were with the Wolfpack. So I have my character on it. I'm just gonna give it the name, not the last name. Um, sorry. So, um, My character is going to be Staff Sergeant Marcus. In your wars, unless you're broke in the country, then you're worst off. West Virginia style. Yeah, that got deep real fast. I know, but we got out real fast. um, so going back to it, um, my character is gonna be almost like oh, your typical army ranger, you know, almost. Not so much. It's like he follows the ranger code more so like, but on his own style. So even though he's recruited for the Wolfpack, he's like, well, sometimes it's mission first. Sometimes it's my buddies first. You know, Scotty doesn't know. Quick parenthesis on it. I think what many people don't understand that live in America, not the continent, the country, is that the U.S. offers many opportunities. It's just many people don't know how to exploit them uh, correctly, and not even in the country, but also internationally. It's like, yes, I understand I'm from this country, and it's viewed as this. So I'm gonna teach you how we do it over there. You're gonna tell me how why we can't employ it over here because of social and cultural stuff, and then we resolve a way to actually implement those things for your country in order for it to upgrade its lifestyle. There we go. That's just a little tip. Just a tip. God damn it. Fucking joke. Um anyway, closing that thing up. So he's like, yeah, I go my life through the Ranger Creed, you know. I behave myself and everything, but sometimes mission is first over my men, and sometimes it's my men over the mission because situation around him. Um, but he's let me put it this way. Um, he's like a hybrid between Alex Mason and Frank Woods. It's not David. Oh, by the way, we're actually putting Rich McDonald as the leader of the Wolfpack. So that's gonna be interesting. For him, he's not gonna be a commander. He's gonna be an LT. Um, um, we're gonna make it a little bit more interesting. Hmm. The character of Rich. He's gonna crucify me with this, but goddamn, you gotta get reference of their last characters in order for them to actually, like be attached or be like recognized. It's like, oh, I've recognized that voice. Is like, Woods. He doesn't play Woods. He's like, oh, there's a reference there. Um, his character is gonna be named Alex Woods. That's gonna be strange, huh? instead of Alex and Mason. Hey, Lieutenant Alex Wood here. Like, ooh. Like, why Alex Wood? Is like, well, Alex Mason. No, his Black Ops father, and Woods his uncle. Um, New York Task Force Hunter, Wolfpack. Richard's character is gonna be almost like how to put it. Shuni, have you seen Black Hawk Down? Because there's a character over there that um, it's gonna be almost like that. Shuni, Shuni, Shuni. Well, if you haven't seen it, watch it, or we'll watch it later on. Um, remember the Delta operator that says, what is it? Hood. You know, the guy that plays Hector in the movie of Troy. That guy. Um, that's gonna be almost like Rich's character. You know, um, like a warhorse, but he understands that that even though the mission is first, the life of his men in is is more valuable than the mission. You know, even though it's a cause, you know, that you're fighting for, but he understands is like, dude, I gotta take care of my men. And it's like, yes, they volunteered, they die, but if we don't have enough to complete the mission, we gotta go out. Mm. So like that. Um, like yeah, yeah, because you get that sense from him once everybody is in the stadium. Is like, well, I'm going back in because there's men still over there. So it's like we accomplished the mission on delivering the hostages, but well, you know, the two, well, not the hostages, but you know, um, the prisoners. But then the mission was to rescue the people, and I'm not leaving until I rescue the people. That's it. That's him. It's like it's always the buddy next to you. So if you're starting to go down, he's like, it's like I go down protecting my brothers while they run. So that's Hood. So that's gonna be Rich's character, you know, Alex Wood, Lieutenant Alex Wood. Was is like, oh, he goes in, it's like, hey, let's go in and get down. It's like, hey, my men are over here. It's like, any fire support? And like, hey, pow, pow, pow. Like that. It's like, I need medevac and everything. That's why for him, when the ghosts are captured and they haven't returned, and there's no notification of them being captured or like being held, like evacuating the. It's like shit. It's like even though that's another task force, we're like a second family, so I'm going in with everything. And that's why he has a medevac just ready for to take a. Once he hears like, hey, I need a medevac quickly over here. We're approaching this side. That's Rich's character. So now third. The third character, that's a it's actually kind of interesting, but I was taking notes. Are you ready for fishing? There's going to be a female sniper. I don't know if you heard it. Um, there's gonna be a female sniper. Um, still haven't still haven't um put on the name of it. Oh, hold on a sec. Sorry, phone call from work. Some shit. Anyways, so why a female sniper? It's not to be diverse. It's more so to actually like put in rewards soldiers. Do you agree? Because there ain't no female rangers, but because since it's 2035, and it's projected to the future, it's like, well, I don't doubt that there's going to be female special operations soldiers on the field a little bit more, and they can be uh, prominent on their job roles. So why not have one, you know, and have a female sniper, and then it wouldn't be that bad. I know. Well, I don't know. I don't talk to her since that 5 years ago. She was a good sharpshooter on BB guns. Um, so I know that it's going to be like, oh well, they are good, and there's female snipers in competition that are pretty nasty. They can hit target 800 meters. So I know they're gonna get so having one in the Wolfpack is gonna be actually a little bit more helpful. Um for the ghost side, I don't know. I think later on, reforming the group since Elias is gone. Rourke is a traitor. Um you need like two new bloods to cover over there. Um well actually I'm still in debate if oh yeah. Like Agent survives just for one more game. Hey, having one is gonna be cool. I'm still debating on the name though. Uh, Rank is gonna be Sergeant, but she's gonna be a very good sniper, and she's gonna have the her big boy, the Barrett 20 millimeter sniper rifle. Lol. Um, the other one is gonna be like how to put it. It's gonna be like the field medic. Um, his role is gonna be field medic, but he's gonna be more like CQB stuff. So he's gonna be like SMGs, uh, or SBRs, or even shotguns. So he's gonna have his shotguns like CQB. Oh, I'm a medic. Like take cover over here. Like now, why the shotguns? And like an SMG is like, well, he needs even though it's not appropriate for the battlefield, uh, like for long conflicts. But the way that they make is like, well, if a guy gets injured, they need to go into a inside a building in order for him to actually attend the wounded. So he doesn't need an assault rifle at that point. He needs specialized SMG or shotgun in order for him to actually uh, go go ballistic in case the bad guys go in. So CQB medic. I know it's talking about characters, but hey, I never said that they were fully developed. But I'm giving the gist of it. It's like for one side you got family that they have like recon, um, HBT kill capture, with the ghosts, and then you got the sledgehammers on the other side type family. They're more like your typical army rangers, but they're black. Well, not black skin, but black operations. That they go in, they take down targets like heavy hitters that they just go out, but that it's them. So it's almost like releasing the hellhounds instead of releasing the dogs. They like release the hellhounds. It, everything is burned. Plus, we're gonna put James's boss. in it. Um, I was thinking the Secretary of Defense, because even though it's gonna be like uh, a little part of it, we can decide if the Secretary of Defense is male or female. It doesn't matter. We can just look at the candidates of who's young, a politician or like military. We could put in whatever general or former general in it, and that will be like, oh, okay. Oh. Like it doesn't matter. The character is going to be like just present a little bit there because of the situation of the Federation being a black organization, uh, trying to obviously take over the world, but silently, you know, through private companies establishing key positions, making deals behind them, also behind the government, in order for them to actually establish their powerhouse. You know, their black army. So it's almost like it's gonna be present. I don't know. I think a little bit in the game, but still, you need that role in order for him. It's like you understand what you're asking of me, General. It's like you're asking me to move a shit ton of force, make an excuse to this government in order for us to actually run a black operation. It's like we got no choice. We got no choice. Um, so you got to put it that way, even though it's just like a little bit. For example, the if you notice Modern Warfare 2019, there's a black woman that is like a general. Her role is just I think one or two scenes, but she's well developed in those few instances, and you're like, shit. It's like somebody wrote uh, how the character is in order for them to just perform those lines of dialogues as they should. You know, the rank and the comprehension of the situation. So that's that's a well, it's not a tall task. It's just a task that you have to do, even though the character role is minor. Like for example, I think it was Jesus from the stream from Sergeant's Corner that actually asked me, "Hey, can I be one of the miners?" I was like, uh, I think so. I'm not sure. So, um, hey Shuni, you're gonna be back. Hey, I'm ending this stream. I'm getting a lot of work. I didn't expect this on Wednesday. Um, I thought I was gonna be able to explain a little bit more in time, but shit is happening right now. Um, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna notify you all on Friday. No, I think tomorrow Sarge has to stream. If not, I'm on Sergeant's Corner's Discord. I'm gonna let everybody know if I'm making a stream Saturday or not. Um, Regardless of it, Monday is certain. Uh, we're gonna uh, we're gonna keep discussing a little bit about the ghost plot, and but more so guided towards extinction. So in that regard, we're going to progress because we need to discuss the team that is going to be in extinction. It's not only the characters of Samantha Cross, David Archer, and General Castle. You need we can put in new characters over there. It's like they're part of um, they're a mixture of Ghost and Wolfpack. So even though you choose an operator, but it's more so What I was thinking is you can choose any mill sim and to go into this mission and choose any operator, but it wouldn't make sense if you're creating a deep story. So you need to create unique characters um, for the story. So we're gonna discuss about it the characters of Extinction. You know, not only the three prior mentioned, but the four operators that you're gonna use for that extinction. You can actually choose which one of the four you want to be. Obviously, you can. Um, um, well, we're gonna discuss it. If not Saturday, we're gonna discuss it Monday. I'll let you know in Friday. If you don't see anything on the channel posted on for Saturday afternoon, well, no stream Saturday, but for Monday for sure. So, anyways, I gotta cut it a little bit short this time. We're just calling. Um, anyways, thanks for coming. I'm gonna have the details of every character ready on a document. When it's ready, I'll just let everybody know through Discord or through a small video on the channel. So stay tuned for that. Shuni, if you have time, we can talk through Discord. And to the rest, like, share, and subscribe. Activision might be listening. They might not. I mean, it's a pretty good story. And anyways, if Sarge doesn't have a stream for tomorrow, I'll see you Saturday or Sunday because I'm gonna be in Sarge's stream. But anyways, it's been eh, somewhat of a good quick stream, but still good and quick. Um, a little bit more general about how the characters are, but you gotta explain the dynamics. You gotta showcase it. It's You gotta show, not tell. So, anyways, see you all soon. Thanks for coming. Have a good day and stay safe. Talk to you. Oh, talk to you through Discord, Trini. Yeah, and don't tell Scotty.